Mr. Turnabout, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Turnabout. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that was there on the bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory, no better than a tangled ball of wires. I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after the Detective Army left some message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the wedding and then used it again later. I see, times two. But then, let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Army wrote that message? That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. White? The best way to prove that Detective Army wrote that message is to... Your Honor, I request that a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. If you know whose it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put in a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor. It will be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense theory is. I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Army could have written it. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was? Precisely. It is plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there was blood on the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. I see. Alright then, Mr. White. You may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my irrefutable testimony apart? I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Army could have written it. She had struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance.
Objection!
You're a terrible liar, Mr. Turnabout. Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Army's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. Yes. What about it? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. Is it pointy? I messed that up. Just like your hair. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstained sees us another fabrication. His purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, he definitely could have written the message. Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain analysis. Very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Army's blood. And as the defense claims, only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all. Yes, you did it! You were right, boss! Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Okay, error. Mr. Tony, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Fine, I will confess. You will? But then why are you so calm? This time I will tell the truth. It is true that Detective Army wrote my ID number. The very flaming wrote L10015R. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Army must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. I see, so you're asserting that you merely moved the body, is that it? That is correct. I did not kill Detective Army. Oh, well, if that's all you did then. Wait a minute. That in and itself is a criminal act. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. White. It is true that Detective Army wrote my ID number. The very flaming wrote L10015R. I was shocked.
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood. Yes, it very clearly said L10015R. But that's odd, because it's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling on about now? Was it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? Oh. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tornado? Right now I remember there was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. It's alright. I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. There's something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered. Well, it appears there was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did you really just mistake a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tonight really see it? Maybe Mr. Tonight really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Did I take another good look at the photo? I think maybe. That's it! What is it now, Mr. White? Are you trying to intimidate Apollo and his cords of steel? I've got it! So that's what happened. The slip of the finger? Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. Of course, Mr. Snake really did see the little R. But the photo clearly shows that there was no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Snake actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo says that Mr. Snake could have seen the R?
Take that!
Please circle or kill to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it! It's on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tonight saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very odd goggles. But that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, no, his brain power. Part of that little smudge look like an R to you.
Objection!
What Mr. Snake saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole incomplete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, that explains it, huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything around about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion. But that's ridiculous. If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Order in the court. What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but considering the scenario, she was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. The body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way it would be made to look like she was a victim of the blast. It sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Army before the trial? Let's see. Where's the police report? here it is. One person. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was Ted Turner. Right. What? No one besides Mr. Trade saw the victim? That appears to be the case, Your Honor. I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tonight's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Army and I were transporting the bomb. Oh my. Mr. Tony, just for the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Error. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please. Testimony. There's no need for error. It's completely enough, Mr. White. You must have hit the nail on the head. It was and but the to the well. I'll do error. Yes, this thing. I was only coping with the victim because of our work. I was only to burn the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
So open to tax, Mr. White. What now, Mr. Payne? Yes, this isn't it there for you. I've had the opportunity to kill Detective Army. An important piece of your associate is missing. Important piece. The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim? Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tonight has a chance for a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime. Well, Mr. Tonight? Yes, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Army. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Looking over the victim's autopsy report. Hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. But doesn't is he dead from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object? Yeah, it's in fact that specific kind of injury. All you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be a murder weapon. Well, Mr. White, can you indict further hurt what was used to kill Detective Army? I believe I can. Believe me, the key word here. You can? Then please do it now. I think Mr. Trilogy that could have been used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Mr. Tonight, you see, you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devil are you talking about? You had this. That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast, no. I believe Candace Army was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. These recall the description of Detective Army's head wound. Trauma to the back of head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Ah. What's with him? Then show me some proof. Where's evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? He's right. I don't have anything decisive. Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over. Yeah! Mr. White, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, time of this place is a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Army's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. Unless you find that fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. I guess you're right. Setting off the bomb tonight man's the brilliant artist of the motor weapon. I wonder what do I do now? I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. So I'm looking for the thing he wasn't able to hide. I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. So I turned words back to Army before the trial started. He placed the body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there is something he needs to keep hidden until then. I think I have just the thing. It was at the fair that tells exactly what Mr. Tonight had to hide.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. The murder took place before the trial. Mr. Tonight would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right. If we can figure out where the hiding place was. Exactly. We'll be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tonight have hidden the body during the trial?
Take that!
Wait, big box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tonate, what is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's going to show it to me. Come again. You heard me. Now, show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No, there's no need. Got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. Where was the body headed during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it! That's not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. Mr. Turnip, are you threatening me? I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. Mr. Turnip, did you say that this is a training model? A fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH3000. But the HH3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH3000 that blew up courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one that I made. What? Then are we to take that as a confession on your part? Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. As a turnip, please be reasonable. You wouldn't expect us to leave a crazy story like that. The HH3000. It is so unique, I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it inside some animal during the trial. Anyone check to see if it really was the HH3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check. So there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out? No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time? You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order in the coins. I'm out of here. It's gonna blow. Run! You four are still here. Well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do it for the judge for saying over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne... yes. And he's off. Mr. White, what do we do? Pretty pathetic to one now, wouldn't it? The bomb might really go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb really the HH3000? What should I do? I can't one now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now with my dear HH3000 naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Ted Tonate. Ow. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake. Are you sure, Mr. White? More of your famous bluffing, even at the risk of your own life. Mr. White, none of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Life's on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the front of the bomb clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tonight's bomb is not the real HH3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately! Where is the proof that what Mr. Tonight is showing is not the real HH3000?
Take that!
The display for the time on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely a broken Mr. Tonight used the bomb to attack Detective Army. The display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH3000. Mr. Tonight was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in a stuffed animal. The real HH3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake. A model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Lyons. Now, stop! What is that? Is that a blood stain? Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tonate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this blood stain will confirm that it's Detective Army's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Army. How about it, Mr. Tonate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? Dismantle it. You're too late. You missed your chance to once and now you're out of time. This HH3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tonate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It's real. This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real. Mad bomb or party of one. There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. What evidence? I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle. I'm gonna make it. One more thing left to do. Made it. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. All fault. I was looking for a place to hide her body. She left a message in her own blood. So I was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up, and now all this. That was so I could disguise her death with an explosion. And that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. I testified yesterday. I went to court beforehand. I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That literally snuck up behind him and bam! The idiot producer arrested that little girl. I never saw I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Ted Tony, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see that member of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Wood's verdict. Not guilty. Court is adjourned. You did it, boss! Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor held Tyler out of here, that was great. Mr. White, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me. So happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the force in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. White. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. Up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think. What? That's not a forest. That's a mountain. You know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this not some mystery you're thinking of?
Take that!
The remote switch, right? Yeah. I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tonight just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah. It is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone. Okay. Her grandmother? Oh, silly, to Apollo! Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea! That he's bored out of his mind! Okay. And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. The next trial was just over the horizon. There was never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Tina Sykes, and me, Phoenix White. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combined, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very particular case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature